What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first video of FC Trades. My name's Carlos and I've been trading for 3 years. 2026 will be year 4 of being in the markets. This channel is about journaling the process and documenting the wins, the losses, the execution, the discipline, and seeing what's possible when we stay consistent over time. I do have a brother who will be introducing themselves in the next video, and together we'll be sharing backtesting sessions, live trade recap, vlogs, and day in the life content, all centered around trading and balance outside the chart. If you're here for real trading, real process, real results, and real long-time growth, then you're in the right place. Welcome to FC Trades.
All right, what an introduction to this channel. So this is going to be the first trade recap that we have on this channel, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Coming into the day, my bias was long. Why? Well, if we take a look at Asia session, I'll turn on this indicator that I have for the session highs and lows. Coming into the day, we just had Asia session, which was just consolidating, and then once London opened, we had displacement lower with the reversal, and we were obviously headed towards London highs as well as Asia highs. So whenever we were coming into New York, I expected us to go higher to hit those Asia highs and also hit previous day highs. I wasn't really wanting New York to open and immediately head towards Asia, but of course we did, so there was no entry. So we just had to sit on our hands and wait for some sort of pullback to go higher, which is what I was looking for. We unfortunately didn't get anything back into this 15-minute gap or some 5-minute gaps, but we did have this 5-minute gap close to macro open. It was at 8:45. I was looking at it too. I dropped down to the 1 minute, but I didn't really see anything that I liked. I like to look for inverse fair value gaps at these key levels, but I didn't see any here. There was really nothing. I mean, there's nothing to long into anyway. There was a 2-minute that I noticed, but I didn't get into, mainly for the same fact as there's no target higher really, and targeting the highs, it wasn't really a 1-to-1. It was more of like a negative RR. Like it was right here, but like I said, there wasn't anything here to take. I mean, it's a negative RR. If you wanted to go for a 1-to-1, it would have hit, but that's just not what I was gonna go for. So I was sitting around still waiting. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. I was sitting around waiting, and then I went ahead and marked out this high as some buy side liquidity. And once we got up here, we started displacing lower. I noticed this tiny inverse fair value gap here, which led me into my first trade of the day. Super tiny gap. Probably isn't the right move to go since it's super tiny. You can barely see it. But I went ahead and went short. And honestly, I targeted these lows down here, which would have been some sell side liquidity. And my stop was up here. I did go ahead and move stop to break even once we took out these lows, and we ended up getting break even on this trade. So we didn't make anything, didn't lose anything, saved ourselves some capital, but like I said, it would have been nice if we just left the stop at the high. The only thing that I would have done different is instead of moving to break even, probably just moving this straight down here instead of up here, just at this candle's high where we created the gap. That way, if we did want to trade back into it, respect it, and come out of it, then we could have, exactly like we did. I didn't stay in, pushed the break even, and got out. So at that point, it came and took out everything I wanted to see, and then we started reversing. I did look for something again in here, but there was no inversion, so I couldn't get in as well, so we just kept waiting. Then we opened up this 15-minute here. We opened up this 15-minute gap, which I wanted to trade back into and then get the reversal out of it to hit these 15-minute equal highs right here. This created equal highs right here. We had 25,960, and what's over here, 25,960. So this was literally a magnet that we were going to run through. So I really want to see some displacement down into that 15-minute gap and shoot straight back into that 15-minute high. And we went ahead and did come back into this 15-minute gap. I went ahead and got impulsively early right here when we broke structure to the upside, even though there was no inverse fair value gap. I just really wanted those highs to take. So I went long here. I had my take profit at the equal highs. My stop loss was right at this body's low. So we could have a 1.16 to 1. Still above 1, so that would have been fine. Like I said, there was no inverse, so there was no reason to get in. And then we came out, stopped me out here, lost $100 taking 4 cons. And then after seeing this, I'm gonna hop onto this chart here. I went down into the 30-second, right? So we went down into the 30-second, and what do we see? Displacement, taking out some sell side, boom, inverse right here. I got in the middle of this candle because it was just so obvious that we were going higher. And I held for a 1.5, and we ended up making 250 on that trade. So total, we made 150 on the day. Break even, one loss of $100, which was too impulsive. And then we got this win, which was 250, so 150 on the day. And that actually brought us to making our last winning day that we needed to take out a payout on this funded account. So we do have one funded account that is now at $1,226 that is eligible for a payout. So we are going to be taking out a payout on this account, and we're going to be buying more combines so that way we could get max allo with Topstep, which would be 5 fundeds, and then we're going to be trading those all together. So we'll be copy trading all those. The only thing that I would have done different on this day is not being too impulsive to take a trade, and also not pushing the break even too early. If we have a gap we want to see respected, so maybe putting it above the candle that created the fair value gap. So we'll go ahead and leave it like that. I will actually take the payout on my phone right now live. So let's go ahead and take a payout. Okay, so here it is. Payout of $1,613. We're gonna put those straight back into combines and see if we can pass them. And then after that, I mean, we'll just copy trade all of them and we'll be set. See how many more payouts we can get. All right, well, there it is. Payout just hit. This is what consistency looks like over time. If you're serious about trading and building real results, like the video, subscribe, and let's stay locked in. More videos coming soon.